What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods, the only podcast where we can almost guarantee both hosts are going to fall asleep at some point of the podcast. I'm recording the Woods, and he is former UF MMA champion, Pius Eno Lalobo, better known as Voodoo Maximus. And that's probably why I fucking get tired, in the middle or at the end of the fucking deal, is because I think I expel all of my energy for your intros. But what's good?
Hey, man, those intros are legendary. They're stuff of legend, like Jack Black said in that Kung Fu Panda movie.
Oh, I
Stuff
thought
of legend.
Oh, I thought you were like Jack Black in The Pick of Destiny talking about kicking boots.
Hey, that one's pretty dope too, though.
Fuck
Pick
yes!
of Destiny. I
Dave
love
Grohl
that
as
one.
the devil? Come on. And like one of the last recordings of none other than Ronnie James Dio, formerly of Black Sabbath and Rainbow, but obviously Dio, Rainbow in the Dark and so many other fucking great goddamn songs. That's why we're doing this in terms of metal music, because of the late great Ronnie James Dio. So yes, the Pick of Destiny. But speaking of Destiny, guess what?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Earthlings, way from Canada, says Mick Mac. And guess what today is? Your anniversary, Mick Mac.
Uh-oh. It's his birthday, I bet you. I
Is
bet
it?
you it's his birthday.
Who? If you haven't already checked out, and go ahead and follow, I believe it's Collingwood on the Twitter. But he has a picture of none other than a fellow Aussie, Tanel Dashwood, formerly Emma in the WWE. But he has a picture with him and her. And I was like, is that Mick Mac, or is that the reincarnated spirit of the late, great Ryan Dunn from Jackass fame? I couldn't tell the difference, but I love Mick Mac's sweater that he was wearing. Talk about heat. It was a 83 weeks ode, So shout out to Eric Bischoff, who we're off for 2 weeks. This week, Eric is busy, and then the next week, obviously, everybody's going to Nashville for Ric Flair's last match. So, unfortunately, after 83 weeks with myself, and with Christy Olsen, Steve Kaufman, George Ramosa, myself, and the great Eric Bischoff, we're off for 2 weeks. So there's that. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
hey, that's gonna be awesome, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The collection. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yes.
I can't wait to see it happen.
Yes. And 100%. And Eric has a charity event this weekend. Okay, there you go.
That's gonna be cracking.
Yes. And then I look back, bro, I need a crew cut. What? Like, so you could be like Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker of WCW fame? Like Craig Pittman, I don't know. And it's actually Mick Mac's birthday tomorrow. So, which I don't know, because Australia is in a different time zone than us and whatever the fuck. So I don't know. So it could also be today. So there you go. 10 points for McMahon's birthday. The 88th time. So obviously ABC on UFC on ABC 3.
On ABC.
I actually just put like UFC Fight Night, Rodriguez versus Ortega, whatever. But yeah, man, this is going to be amazing. But I mean, it's been a while since we've done this. So a little bit of news on both the MMA and pro wrestling front. And a lot of people talk like, oh, they're different. They're different. No, I mean, they're more similar. I'm not going to say it's exactly the fucking same, but there's similarities. But none other than former Bellator fighter, Master Valerie Loretta, has signed with the WWE a couple weeks back, which that's definitely something, because Valerie Loretta was garnering a lot of attention, her and her sister being Taekwondo black belts, both of them, right? And lifelong martial artists. And I mean, she might be easy on the eye. And I'm not speaking out of school or trying to demean her, but she found a way to kind of capitalize on her notoriety and notability. But I mean, and this is somebody that was like, when asked, if she was going to create an OnlyFans, and she was like, nah, nah, screw OnlyFans. I'm going to create my own social network for that,
Mm.
right? So she wanted the freedom to do that, and that I just think it's kind of puzzling that she does she signs a WWE contract, which they're pretty restrictive, right? When
Mm-hmm.
some of their talent were making six figures on Twitch, right,
Mm.
or Cameo, and a multitude of other things, but because it's not done within the company and they're not getting a cut, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Infringement.
Right,
Mm.
exactly. So now Valerie Loretta, like, to me, I'm like, what deal did she get? Like, what deal did she get? Because it's not like it's Ronda Rousey, um, Ronda Rousey, where she has this Olympic pedigree, and I'm not demeaning her. Like, Taekwondo black belt, that's amazing, right? Her and her sister. Um, so she doesn't have the championship pedigree that Ronda Rousey has, right? But the one thing that she does have, and this is like what, a week, her signing with the WWE, it was a week before, they made the announcement that they had signed Jake Paul to some sort of exclusive content.
Right,
One thing
right.
that Valerie Loretta has done in lieu of a you know Olympic bronze medal and a UFC championship is she's been able to market herself in a way that I mean, you know, to the people that were reporting on it on the wrestling space, and it pissed me off to no end.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the wrestling media versus the MMA media, some do it right. If you're a Luke Thomas, I'm not even too fond of the guy, but even Ariel Hawani, and you got like Chris Van Vliet coming over and doing MMA interviews and stuff like that. And Chris Van Vliet is amazing, right? But you've got different people that are kind of floating on both space. But it was reported that Valerie Loretta was a UFC fighter, and I was just like,
Uh
"What are
oh.
you doing? What are you
You
doing?"
know, you know what they're talking about. You know that UFC stuff. That's that UFC stuff. You know that MMA. You mean UFC? Yeah, yeah. That's what it was.
I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know. But obviously, I'm kind of like inundated with both kind of sports and professions and whatever. So, not everybody does it, right? You got MMA
Yeah,
people that do pro wrestling, and then pro wrestling
yeah,
people that come to MMA. Like, all power to them. Maximize
yeah,
your earning potential wherever. But again, you like you just even look at her damn social media profile. Go past the booty pics and everything like that, and she's got Bellator gloves, and you're still gonna go
hmm
UFC fighter. It's a
yeah,
big B versus UFC. You can't tell the difference. No, not
yeah.
one
Hey,
Google's it.
hey. Catch the big fish and apologize later. You know what I'm saying? All the attention was already grabbed. Boom! They've grabbed the attention. Now we're noticing, hey man, this is this instead of that. But the task is already accomplished on their end. So now if they were even to apologize, it's like, hey man, I already got what I want. So it's very okay for me to say sorry. If you really want it, sorry. You know what I'm saying? They've already hit that mark. You know what I mean? It's already the bomb has already exploded in a UFC way, right? But
See, yeah,
two birds, one stone type of deal here.
yeah. I mean, that's it. But I mean, I'm interested to see how Valerie kind of shakes out, especially in lieu of the Vince McMahon scandal that has rocked. I mean, pretty much the WWE, right? Because if it's
Yeah,
found that if he used, WWE funds to fund his illicit affairs and everything like that, what Vince McMahon does in his own personal life, I don't care. Because I mean, that's the thing. He didn't they have a storyline where his comatose wife, who would end up like 5 years within 5 years, right? Like his comatose wife or sedate wife, or what did Jim Ross say when Bubba Ray Dudley powerbomb Mae Young through the table. Oh, what is it? His euphoric trance. Linda McMahon was in a euphoric trance as he's like macking Trish Stratus right in front of her, and she leaves
Hey,
all of that bliss to go run for Senate 2 times, $12 million, and she fails both times.
hey,
So I don't know. I don't even know
hey,
what to
those
tell you.
McMahons, they make moves. That's all I know. They straight make moves.
Genetic
All
jackhammer jabbage.
yeah.
Rah! These aren't nuts. These are grapefruits. Bruce! Bruce! Shelton! Shelton! Because we need a black guy. Shelton!
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey
Uh,
McMahon, he's the one. I almost feel like giving him a pass just because he's McMahon. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I guess we'll let more evidence or whatever come up. I want to see how it's resolved before I say anything, I guess. But to go back to what you were talking about before,
wait,
the
wait. You said a pass, just a pass because he's a McMahon. Apparently,
yeah,
that's what Linda did. Apparently, but uh, go go for it.
hey, hey, Vince McMahon has that effect on people, you know? It's like we appreciate all the hard work. We know how hard he's been working all these years. We know he's been working so hard, putting work. I mean, building this mega brand that we have before you. That's now a world trade company. You know, we have investors now. This is, I mean, he created this thing and it transcended into the universe. This is how I feel about the WWE, from the formerly WWF to now WWE. The work that he's put in, we watched this man grow old, giving us excellent entertainment. So now this scandal comes up, and it's like, damn, look at all that work that he's been doing. You know, should he get a pass for what he did? I mean, what he did was very, very wrong, but it makes you weigh it out and wonder. But I know what a lot of people are gonna say. But I'm just expressing how I feel.
Well, you did say that you worked so hard, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. And you know what? I okay. I don't know. I think I've expressed any of this. I think this is the first time I'm talking about any of it. I know this. We're going to get to the UFC at some point, but in theory, though, right? It wasn't just that. So I think a lot of the brass tacks about what went on or allegedly what like we have a timeline, right? So apparently this lady like lived in Vince McMahon's like the same condo complex in Connecticut,
Oh,
right? So again, allegedly, right? But this is a timeline that we're getting, right? The most complete one to date. So essentially, he, I don't know how they. I mean, I know how they met, but I guess she strikes up a conversation, or he takes a fancy to her, or whatever, right? Uh, she had law experience, not even a degree in law. This experience, she gets hired on as a paralegal at the WWE corporate level.
paralegal.
Yes, at to the tune of $100,000.
Wow.
Okay, okay,
6 figures.
and to the extent where I mean, like in terms of the lack of, I don't want to like victim shame or whatever, but allegedly, supposedly, um, you know, any nobody was surprised that worked with her or had any interaction with her because all she would want to talk about is Vince.
Hmm.
They don't even really know what she actually did, but she was like kind of untouchable in terms of like the chopping order. And you got to remember the same like around the same time period, 2019 into 2020.
Hmm.
That's when we get like the most fucking roster cuts. Over 200 talent and backstage people get cut over the course of what, 4 months?
Hmm. Hmm.
But she gets $100,000, and then a year later they bump it and double her salary. Really,
Mm.
you're a working professional with that's college educated. When have you been in a position where in 1 year, your salary doubled?
I've yet to experience that. I'm looking forward to making that happen, but I've yet to experience something like that. So dramatic, 100% improvement, just like that. What have you done? What have you done? But it strikes me that it seems this person was a professional because it seems she did a research because all she would want to talk about is Vince McMahon. So that means she's talking to more than one person about Vince McMahon. She knows all the ins and outs, and then she went in for the kill, jackpot, ching ching. You know what I'm saying? She cashed out real nice and smooth. Uh, she was an assassin, and mission accomplished. She did what she had to do. But can you really blame her? The opportunity was there. You know what I mean? It's like when someone is sparring and you know this person is already injured in that rib, but it's a fight, and you know when you win, you get another bonus. You know what I'm saying? So you can get twice the money. Are you gonna go after this fool? It's a match. You know, it's a battle of wits. Are you going to immobilize this individual and get your win so you can get that W, that bonus? This is what she did. Any person would do the same. You know, it seems. It seems. I'm just speaking. Who knows? Who knows what other people are thinking? I do not speak for anyone. I am just flowing.
Okay, so just to be fair, right? To kind of
Yeah.
summarize it, so she was the ultimate opportunist because she cared for his injured rib.
Probably, huh? Who knows? That's probably what the first conversation was about.
I
Caring
mean,
for his injured rib.
and, okay, and that's just one part of the story because apparently after Vince was done with her, right?
Mm.
He gets
Oh.
she gets passed along to the head of talent relations, one John Laurinaitis, better known as Johnny
Oh.
Ace. People power,
Plot
right?
thickens. The plot
Well,
thickens.
and you remember Laurinaitis? Does that last name sound familiar?
Yeah, that's animal, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's Animal's little brother,
Right,
Animal the Road
right.
Warrior's little fucking
Mm.
brother, and whatever. And do you also? And then obviously James Laurinaitis, who played in the NFL, his uncle, right?
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
But
That's right.
even crazier, Johnny Ace, who I mean, he's the reason why we have divas, right? Because
Right.
he took over for Jr. in talent relations and hired all of the fitness models and Playboy bunnies and all of that jazz. That was his administration, and then
Mm.
he ends up I think it was like 4 years into it or whatever, but he gets relieved of his duties to the extent where he's just an agent, like you go from talent relations to putting together matches, which I don't think there could be a better fall from grace. Like you're in
Right.
corporate and then you just become an employee, right?
Mm.
Right? And so there's that. And then, I guess like 4 years later, they reinstate him as the head of talent relations, which obviously isn't happening in lieu of everything. And I hate to dredge up people's personal life, but also, do you know who Johnny Ace is married to?
Who?
A lady named Kathy Collis. Do you, do you, doesn't ring a
Doesn't
bell.
ring a bell.
And
No.
it shouldn't unless you watch a particular show on E Network, a WWE co-produced show on the E Network. But Kathy Collis has two daughters, twin daughters, who happen to be WWE
The
Hall of
Bella
Famers.
twins.
Yes,
The
Nikki
Bella twins.
and Brianna Collis.
The
Yeah,
web
Johnny.
continues to link.
Yes. Okay. So, and again, if that isn't bad enough, do you know what was at the time of the alleged affair? Do you know what was going on with Kathy Collis?
What?
John Laurinaitis, or Kathy Collis Laurinaitis. You know what was going on with her?
What?
She was battling brain cancer.
Oh. Hey, but what was the nature of their relationship up until that point?
Who?
Were they Mr. and Mrs. Leonidas? Were they
I,
still together?
I, yeah,
Or
no. They were still married. They're still married to this day.
they're still living together in the same house?
I don't know if they're living. I mean, that's like Vince and Linda. Apparently,
You, you you know how some people still keep the same name, but they're not like together?
yeah, but okay. So,
Maybe it could be a situation like that.
and again, I don't know, and I'm trying to not. I'm trying to be respectful of people's personal lives, right? You do what you want to do. Everybody
Right,
has a different, way of who they call family, what they call a family, whatever.
right.
But I mean, I don't think Johnny and Kathy had been together like 5 years, because
Mm,
in that Total Bellas TV show, the spinoff of Total Divas, right?
right.
I think one of the last seasons, the wedding is a plot line.
Oh shit.
It's only been off the air for maybe a year or two, or right before pandemic. So yeah,
Yeah, I never saw that. I never saw. I knew it was on E, right? E or
yeah,
something like that.
it's on
I
the
knew it was
WWE.
on, but I never saw it.
Yeah, it's on the Peacock Network, where you can find
Okay.
many wrestlers going, "Oh, what the fuck?" because the camera's on them as they're working out their matches. That's where I fucking tune in. It's just like they're backstage and like whatever, and it's like Natalia and whatever the fuck, and then you know, like off in the distance, you just see like, oh shit, there's a camera, and they fucking whoever, like Randy Orton, will run the other way. It's so amazing. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I pop for shit like that. I don't know why. Oh, but you guys have seen my fucking
Uh,
social media timelines. I'm not well in the head, folks. So, um, and Voodoo's too smart for us mere mortals. I agree. Uh, Eric Bischoff is actually playing softball tomorrow.
That's what's up. I love softball.
Yes, and I've lost $100 in bets the last two fight
Uh
cards.
oh.
I need y'all to help me out with the main event. Is Ortega past his prime? He's got some miles on them tires. That too.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then Nisho called Totally Voodoo. And
It's a good idea.
100%. And money is Vince's only real family member, says Dane Donovan. Thank you
Oh
for checking
man.
in. I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey.
You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
right, exactly. I couldn't say no.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Yeah.
But you know
Vince
what?
gets it. Hey man, but you can respect that about him. That's the thing about him. He No man is too big for the company, man. It's all everything is about the company except this little scandal, but he's been about the company the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He even he made his whole family part of the show. I mean, how many sons do you see jumping from the rafters like a Hardy boy? You know what I'm saying? Jumping off the rafters, jumping into tables, 50 feet, 100 feet. We've seen Shane do it all. You know what I'm saying? Stephanie, she's been in there too in some decent matches. Even the wife, even the wife. Hey man, they're all obsessed with the company. And this is why we have the product that we have. You know? You can't have that much um uh 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 execution and not have a breakdown at some point. It's like a high performance vehicle. When you rev it and you flatline it, at some point something's going to happen to the machine such that it will have to stop and then you will have to fix it, right? Vince McMahon is such a machine right now. The whole family, even Triple H. That's why they let him into the family. He's a high performer. They're all high performing people working together, and then you have what you have. And then the surrounding cast. Like, think about it: the Undertaker, the foresight that he had to create this character and give this character to this one person that it fits perfectly with. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Shawn Michaels, the Hulk Hogan. This man is a legend creator, and yeah, he fucked up. He fucked up. He fucked up bad. He fucked up bad. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Now I see him. He's so old. He's fragile looking. He's not the powerful Mr. McMahon that I once knew 20 and 30 years ago. He's old now. But he still tries. He still tries. You know, he still tries. He still trains hard. He still he still tries to keep it 100. But it's that high performance vehicle, man. Every now and then it's gonna be a break. Something came loose. It's leaking gas, leaking oil, and that's what we have in if it's manifested into reality. That's what Mr. McMahon just did. He lost the screw real quick. So we're gonna fix that real quick and get things going again. I think he'll be all right. I really think he'll be all right. He's
But
he's done too much.
what did the
He's done too
stockholders say?
much to
What did the
the stock.
stockholders?
The stock. I mean, I don't think. I mean, you have to understand. He is fucking Maverick. When it boils down to
Is
it,
that her name?
he is still Maverick. You
Oh,
know what I'm
I
saying?
thought
In terms
I
of
heard
Top Gun.
I
In
thought
terms of Top Gun.
I heard he's still fucking Maverick. I was like, is that her name?
No, 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 no. Nah, I'm thinking in
It's,
in to- in terms of Top Gun.
is that what he
You know
calls
how
it?
Maverick he's the older guy now, right? He's the older guy
Okay.
now, and they got new young pilots, and he's the
Oh,
he's the teacher now, right? Vince McMahon is still that top gun. He's still the top dude. So even though the board will frown upon him or the investors will frown, they still understand it is his mind that drives this ship. So they might penalize him a bit, but he'll still be he'll still have the capacity to make severe decisions in the company. His voice will still hold power in the board. I really still think so. Most definitely.
no, you're 100% right because I think the way that they structured it, right, and it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Vince, Jim Cornette actually has a pretty good take on it, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently Vince, no matter what, still holds 52% on the company. So even if you're like oh,
Hell yeah.
the board is gonna fucking oust Vince and everything. Vince is like, fuck the board. How about that? But then that gets into like in SEC and whatever the fuck and whatever and I don't know.
Hey, bottom line, we're gonna settle out of court, man. That's what's gonna be the bottom line. Everything is money. Hubba hubba hubba. Money, money, money. Like Jack Nicholson said back in the days in that joke on that in that Joker thing that he played. It's a hey man, in the end, capitalism rules. It's all about hey, they might fine him $50 million, the board, for him to retain his what $50 million, Vince. We're punishing you, man. We're gonna punish you, Vince. We're gonna punish you. $50 million. That's what it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you, Vince, $50 million. So he's gonna have to break out his piggy bank and take out 50 million real quick. Pay a huge, huge fine. It's gonna hurt him bad. It's gonna hurt his trust fund. But he'll still be all right. He'll still be all right, and he's back in charge. He will be real soon. That's what I see. That's what I see for the future.
You can't see me. That's it.
uh,
Um, I just heard leaky oil, and the bottom line. Again, I don't know if that was sexual innuendos in regards to Vince and whatever, but I also don't want to go there either. And Mean Mark Calloway was better than Undertaker. Okay, all right.
I don't know about that. Let's not lie to ourselves.
Vinny
We don't
Vegas
want
is
to
better
lie to
than Diesel.
ourselves.
Vinny Vegas is better than Diesel. No,
I
the
think
guy.
I like Vinny Vegas. I think I like him. I remember him. I
Yeah,
remember that one. Hey,
yes.
but the Undertaker, man, this is the single greatest thing, or character, I should say, in history.
If
Would you
Vince,
disagree?
I don't know if history is a very goddamn long time. So
Up to date,
If
from the
Vince,
beginning to now, this
if
is the
Vi-
greatest
no,
character ever
it,
created.
look, if Vince fucking survives whatever the fuck this is, okay, so that means every fucking promoter in the territory, his dad, right, his grandfather's legacy, the steroid trial of '92, Austin and Rock leaving, the rise
Hey,
of Cena, fucking doing business with fucking Saudi Arabia after fucking Jamal Khashoggi gets dismembered. Like, this is the fucking coup de grace.
business as usual, bro.
This is
Hey,
the
it
this
is
is
what
the
it
piece de
is.
resistance. Piece de
Hey,
resistance.
I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's gonna be good. I just don't see anything bad happening to him. I just don't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and
I think I'm not saying he's gonna get away clean. So I mean, there will be reprimand. I do understand that, but I feel he'll be back on the board.
yeah, I think it's funny because we're talking about, theoretically talking about the UFC, right? You look,
WWE.
well, I mean, on the thing it says UFC Fight Night.
Right.
uh, I mean, but here's funny. What's funny is, I mean, we're talking about Vince in this manner, and the single greatest character and whatever.
Right.
For my money, Dana White is like a fucking PhD of the fucking, the template that Vince McMahon essentially created.
Yeah. Yeah. I truly believe that Dana White was the apprentice of the Sith Lord. Yes, I truly believe so. I truly believe so. Vince sent him over to a different territory to conquer new land, which is mixed martial arts, and he's done that. He is a graduate, as you say, of the McMahon Academy of what is that job that they do?
Whatever the
Promoting,
I was saying,
promoting.
whatever the fuckisms.
Right?
How the fuck can you have
Hey,
a shit ass product but earn like it?
earn the
It's
most money.
yes,
Yeah.
like talk about be a star, but hire hire your mistress to be a paralegal. Like, what the
Hey,
fuck is this?
hey,
Talk
he
about
lost his boat. He
I
lost the
mean
boat on that one.
I that's not. I mean, God, and again, where it fits into Valley Loretta, this is the fucking world that she's gonna get into, man.
I
Like,
think she's ready for that, bro. Hey,
I mean,
I
is
heard her
anybody?
talk. I heard her talk with Ariel Alwani. I heard her talk with Ariel Alwani, and it's been a mission, man. It's been a mission. I didn't know. I've heard the name. Probably seen her once. I understand she trains with ATT or something like that. I get all that, but I don't know this person really. I've seen her on Instagram, not Twitter. Twitter. I've seen her on Twitter, but that's all I know of her. I'm really not very familiar with her, and I do know she was able to make the transition. Like right now, you're telling me she created her own account instead of doing OnlyFans. She created her own account. That's genius. That's genius. To be able to make moves like that, that's genius. I had no idea she was making moves like that. And now she's transitioned to the WWE. Uh, see, it's about the income. The income that she's going to get with the WWE is a lot similar, or if not more, than what she's getting with Bellator, right? She needs the income to continue to make bigger moves, right? So, should I get beat up for this amount of money, or should I be athletic for this amount of money? I have an option. I can do both. It seems being athletic is an easier route, and especially when you're talking about shots to the head. You know what I'm saying? Possibility of getting a disfigured face, right? That's what you're gonna get from fighting. But she goes over here. I can be the athletic person that I've always been, be a mega star, and not have to you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the same thing, but without the viciousness and the ferocity in an attempt to incapacitate the opponent. Now we know who's going to win. It's scripted, but we're still gonna beat up our body, but it's scripted. There's an ease that comes with that. That is not the same ease as fighting. Fighting, you have to be at a heightened state of mind. Here, you just have to be careful. Yeah, your body will hurt, but you just have to be careful. It's an easier way to exist than to be in that cage. You know what I'm saying? So that transition that she made, it's very good for her, and I'm very happy for her. Uh, she's holding it down for the soil,
Yeah.
for the peeps. I
Well,
can't be mad at that, man. I
no, no, no.
understand the immigrant life. I get it. That's
Yeah,
what I'm about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, and if it's you got to think about legacy, right?
Hmm.
Because like she's signing with the WWE. It's not like she did like let's look at other you know MMA fighters that have gone into pro wrestling. Obviously, Brock kind of stands hand and feet, but he was already wrestling. He wrestled at NCAA and was an NCAA champion before he came into pro wrestling, right? I mean, yeah, and then does pro wrestling, was a champion, blah blah blah, and then goes away, and then tries out for the Minnesota Vikings, walks on, and made it all the way up until the first season of the game, where the last round of cuts or whatever, and
Hmm.
never having fucking played football since his middle school or high school
Hmm.
years, something like that,
Making moves.
right? Um, Obviously, there's Ronda, right? But again, Ronda it was enough of a star that she didn't need. I mean, they're still billing her as the baddest woman on the planet, even though she's gotten fucking her last two fights got KO'd to shit.
Hmm.
But I mean, none of that matters to a pro wrestling audience, right?
Nope.
So I mean, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke got signed just to get signed. Shayna Baszler's doing incredible work.
Yep. Yep.
There, right? But look at but Shayna was working indies. She worked Stardom. She worked Shimmer, right? She didn't go straight to the WWE,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
she was a lot older
She
than
took
what
the
they.
hard road.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing with Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, wrestled for Evolved and around the world before he got his WWE deal. So that I mean, it's yeah. So I think she's uniquely positioned to do well. I mean, they've got this one girl, Nikita Lyons, who
Hmm.
was wrestling for Wow Women of Wrestling, and even that, right?
Hmm.
All the the I guess in the vein of what Glow from the '80s, and then the first incarnation of Wow Women of Wrestling in the early 2000s, which I attended almost every show because I was bootleg security at the Forum, being in Inglewood High School ROTC, right? And
Yeah.
then now this current incarnation, and she was like Faithy J there, and then she goes over to WWE. She's Nikita Lyons, and like from the very first match, she's going viral.
That's
Valerie
what's up.
Loretta was, I mean, had a big social media following, theoretically speaking, and a legit, like martial arts pedigree, right? Well, let's say if she became Bellator world champion, is she getting an action figure? Is she getting a T-shirt that's going to be distributed in Hot Topic and all of these arenas around the world? Is she going to be in the video game? Is she going to get an action figure? No, potentially, theoretically not, right? I mean, look, I mean, UFC 4 was released what, like right before pandemic or during the early part of the pandemic or whatever,
Right,
right?
right.
They're just barely putting in Patty Pimblett and Meatball Molly, right,
Hmm. Hmm.
as an expansion pack,
Hmm.
right? So you know, even if you fucking turn, like just because you're on the roster of UFC or Bellator doesn't mean that you're gonna, be a household name, where kids are going to be wanting you to sign stuff, and even if they are doing that, it gets a lot more intense, being with the worldwide, entity as the WWE, being a WWE superstar. So I think she's, going for legacy shit. It's not just her being a wrestler or whatever. Like she's creating a legacy, and she already did it. I think her story, at least to me, is a lot of like Matt Riddle. It reminds me a lot of Matt Riddle. But one thing that Loretta hasn't done is, fucking Riddle tore Dana White apart. You can look on YouTube. He was like, "Ah, we're not paid, blah blah blah, whatever." Like you fucking tore Dana another asshole, And this is the pre WME, Zuffa,
Hmm.
run
I
UFC.
remember. I
Right,
remember.
right. So you know, Loretta isn't doing that. Like and she's younger than what Matt Riddle is when he's signed. Um,
Hey, what did he
Riddle
fight at back then? What was his weight?
was it 55? I want to say
70 or 55? One of the two.
it was, and he might have had a fight at both. I mean, I don't quote me on it, but I mean, and it's
Uh,
it's it's
he
weird.
was around. He was around back in the time of Koscheck and those guys, and
Yeah,
GSP and those guys. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's funny. A lot of people, forget, but this is 8-3 record, legit 8-3 record. Made it into the UFC. Um, when he gets cut, he fights one fight in Titan FC, which is on the UFC Fight Pass and everything like that, and then goes into wrestling. But his last fight is 2014, right? Um, it's just wild, man. Like theoretically on the same fucking roster, and it's a WWE deal. You've got Shinsuke Nakamura, Matt Riddle, and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Three of like talk about OG fucking MMA, like to me pioneers, right?
Yep.
Nobody was really fucking other than like what the Diaz brothers and
Hmm.
Tito.
Hmm.
Other than Tito and the Diaz brothers, who's really going at Dana like Riddle did back then?
Not much.
Not
Not
much.
much.
Like
Not much.
Bisping, would talk shit to his opponents, but not about Dana and the promotion. You know, uh, Dan Hardy hadn't been to the point where he was disenchanted with Dana and the rest of the crew, right? So
Yeah.
like Riddle is a pioneer, right? As is Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler was
Yep.
doing you know like shit for a hot fighting for a hot dog and $20 and everything like that. She's a fucking legit like God, thank God or the demon for fucking Shayna Baszler. Fucking South Dakota badass that fucking, learns catch wrestling. And you have a literal descendant of Antonio Inoki and fucking Carl Gotch, and Billy Robinson in the WWE, and it's a female. Fuck
Hey,
yes, give
look
me
how
that.
that's paying off, man.
She's
That
great.
investment she made back then.
She's fucking great, man.
She
Like,
made a small investment. Now look at it. Boom.
yeah, and
It
as
worked
she's
out.
what like 40. I think she might be. I know she's north of 40, but I can't remember what. Like what. And I don't want to age her or anything like that. But like, this is retirement money for her. And
Hmm.
again,
Yep.
just like I was saying about Loretta, right? She is a fucking action figure. You can find her shirts in Hot Topic. You could
Hmm.
go to the fucking arena when NXT was still doing arenas, right? And find her fucking shirt. I have one of her shirts, 100%.
Hmm.
You know, she is in the video game, the last two fucking video games. There's that's a that's a guaranteed six every time a fucking WWE releases a video game and you're in it. That's six figures. That's figures that you can fucking put, put towards whatever the fuck you're trying to do. If you got a
Yeah,
house,
that's why everybody's always like, yeah, man, get me in the game, man. I want to be in the game too. I want to be in the game too.
right?
We understand. Hey,
Yeah.
but Laredo, you know what else I noticed? She 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 wants to be a superstar.
Hell
She's
yes.
okay. She's ready to make that sacrifice and do what it takes to be a superstar. She's ready. You can tell. That interview with Ari Owani really showed me a different perspective of this human being. She's driven. She's driven. I like that. I like that. I look forward to uh, see a successful transition. I really want to see how she's going to interact with these girls, these established wrestlers,
Mhm.
the Flairs and the Hearts and the rest of them. There's a lot of talented um, female wrestlers these days. It's not like back when I was growing up. These girls are more athletic. They're more athletic and more physical. It's not sloppy physical. It's athletic physical. It's it's dynamic movement physical. So the evolution that I've witnessed within the past 30 years of wrestling has been quite
Astounding.
impressive. Right, right.
Astounding,
I'm
man.
happy to be living in this era.
Same. Oh fuck yeah, same. But Big Mac says it's like Hurricane Carter. Vince was framed for a crime he didn't commit, allegedly, right? And Nikita
Oh
Lyons,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah. The Hurricane.
yeah, you got
I remember that guy.
sent away. Yeah, I mean
He
Denzel
hey, did he
Washington.
get out? He got out, right?
Yeah, 100%. I
Yeah,
mean, the
he got out.
imagine like a fucking movie with Denzel Washington and whatever the fuck, and like, nah, I'm still in here, fucking still in here, guys. Like, what the fuck? Send me a
Who
damn
was injured? Who was injured?
Nikita Lyons, the girl that I was talking about, and
Oh, I
wow,
see. I see.
that
All right.
yeah, yeah. And Eric is in 2K22. Yeah,
That's what's
100%.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's
So,
up.
and I think the deal that he signed, you're going to see a lot more of Eric Bischoff, in games going forward. But yeah, it's fucking cool, man. But you know what? We're fucking almost an hour in. We didn't even fucking talk about fights. So,
Hey, WWE is that dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
it used to be.
They always got good content. The WWE
Yeah.
always got good content.
What?
Whether it's on
What?
TV or in real life, there's
What?
always content.
I wouldn't say all that. Have you seen fucking Roman Reigns? Nobody has, because they pushed him to the moon.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, he pushed him to the moon, and then he was like, "Fuck that, I'm out. Fuck that, I'm out." Oh, you're fucking, your COVID fucking Thunderdome shows. About that, I say fuck all that. I'm staying my ass at home. I ain't fucking dying for this shit. Oh man,
Acknowledge me, man.
like,
This guy, he's interesting. He's interesting. I I'm intrigued by what they're doing with him right now.
I have, I have, I don't see it. I fucking don't see it.
Hey,
I don't under.
acknowledge me.
Did you see? Imagine the shit if fucking Rocky Maivia or The Rock had said that, or any fucking top star that they fucking push. Acknowledge me. No, fucking Bret Hart was like, "I'm the guy, the best there is. Best there was, the best there ever will be. Not neither is me. Fuck all that shit. I'm a badass, but I'm gonna wear a fucking SWAT suit. Oh god. Jesus Christ. I'm a tribal chief, but I wear fucking army boots. The fuck ass stupid
Speaking of tribal chief, Paul
tribal.
Heyman is beside himself. You know what
Is
I'm
he?
saying? This
Wait,
dude,
is
the
it,
Paul Heyman that 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 I used to know, and that guy just keeps evolving, man.
yeah,
He keeps evolving and evolving and evolving. It's like he's ahead of evolution. That's what it seems like.
no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He's so good. He's over there in the ring. He's pumping up the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar comes out. He's pumping him up, but they're not supposed to like each other. But the way he speaks about his opposition, you know what I'm saying? He gives them so much props. This is what I would like to see, by the way, in MMA fighters. MMA fighters, they always at these press conferences, they always want to talk down about their opponent. Don't talk down about your opponent. Don't say, he's bad at this and he's bad at that. Forget all that negative. Talk about his good. Talk about, man, he is a Division 1 wrestler. He's got the best whip kicks on the planet. He is this and he is that. He's got Dagestani wrestling. Talk about all the good things. So when you whoop that ass, you have just whooped this creature of great importance. You just defeated this person. This is how you should see your opponent. I don't know how I got here, but I just felt the need to say that.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but we've seen those, right? Imagine fucking Sean Strickland attempting to have the wherewithal to fucking even have a concept of that in his brain,
Hey,
and then his brain to connect it to his fucking mouth.
he
Imagine
sounds
see
smart though.
I'm
He sounds intelligent.
what?
I think he's choosing to be that way.
What?
That's what I feel from him. Yeah. You think he knows what he's doing?
No.
Or you don't think he knows what he's doing?
Him and fucking Gaethje is one fucking damn brain aneurysm away from fucking being a cripple. Like,
Speaking of Gaethje had no surgery.
yeah, because he wanted to
That
fucking what's
means
his face to break his nose.
that means when he speaks, he's going to sound different. Now the air is traveling a lot for real. You don't think it's going to change in his voice?
No, absolutely. But I'm just thinking like no surgery. Who's gotten it? Vanderlei Silva. So I'm all like, have you seen fucking Vanderlei's damn? It's like half
Yeah.
like how my cheeks are. That's where fucking Vanderlei Silva's nostrils.
He
And
looked
again,
completely different.
I'm a fucking Vanderlei Silva fan. I'm not talking shit
Me
about
too.
Vanderlei.
Me too.
Right? I
The
think
ex
Rogan.
murderer.
Yeah, fucking. Him
That
and
was
Dean,
my guy in Pride, man. That was
yeah,
my guy in Pride
this
all
shit.
day. Yeah.
Like between him,
Yeah.
between him and fucking Dean Malenko, like,
Yeah.
and which
Yeah.
are happening at the fucking same time. If you didn't know
Yeah.
what the fuck to do with your goddamn like them and Steve Austin, right? So fucking Vandy like this, fucking Malenko like this,
Yeah.
Austin like
Yeah.
this. If you didn't
Yeah.
know what the fuck to do with your hands if you're a kid of a certain age, I got nothing for you. Like what the fuck? Yeah, but I mean,
Good
but
times.
imagine like fucking Gaethje, like Vanderlei Silva's nose was constructed, and Rogan says it best, constructed like to fuck up more people. That's it. So he can breathe, so he can fuck
Yeah.
up more people. That's all
Yeah.
it exists for. Is
Yeah.
just like it's just like them weird ass sucking helmets and speed racing bikers do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, more aerodynamic, don't look
Mm-hmm.
great, but
Mm-hmm.
it fucking serves its purpose. That's what
Mm-hmm.
fucking Vanderlei Silva has.
Yeah. Yeah.
His shit is more dynamic, so he can fuck you up. I
Yeah.
love it. 100%. I want fucking Don Fry to get that damn thing. I want fucking Ken Shamrock to fucking do that shit. I want Fedor
Hey,
to fucking get that shit. I want all them old school fucking guys, whatever, and just go like, you know what? One last run. We're gonna fucking dose them up with ayahuasca and shit like that. So they'll be as high of fucking brain intellect because those motherfuckers lost brain cells, with all due respect, right?
hey,
And just fucking like, and fucking all the damn TRT and testosterone and fucking Canelo horse meat. You have that shit either in Pride at Saitama Super Arena or you have it in a native reservation here in fucking whatever, because they let whatever the fuck go.
Tachi Palace.
Tachi Palace, Morongo, fucking wherever the hell that's Chumas.
Shumash.
Over
San Manuel.
yeah, even fucking Oklahoma, dude, like they got shit tons of reservations there. Fucking have them fight in fucking Grand Canyon. This is a fucking free for all. 50 and over, Legends divisions, all TRT, all whatever commission. You got to come to the bottom of this fucking canyon to fuck with us, yo. Like that's bring Brock, and give them fucking all the TRT, Canelo's fucking butcher. Fucking all there. Get them all ready. Fucking Vandalay Silva's fucking nose surgeon. You bring that some bitch. Just have them all in a line. And then you got fucking, what's his face? Ian McCall. Fucking Uncle Creepy, dosing up with ayahuasca and blowing fucking smoke in their fucking face and set them loose. That's what I say. Fuck it. Mark Kerr, where you at? Smashing Machine. Get your ass over here. Like, one last run. Fuck it. Like, that's. I'm in. Fucking have that shit right at the fucking. Oh, Dana, you don't want to sanction that shit? Fuck it. Don King, wear your ass out.
You know what I'm saying?
You get Don King and Oscar De La Hoya.
Hey. We'll get Jake Paul.
Yeah, fuck it.
We'll get Jake Paul.
I want a co-promoted fucking show with the Legends division, with the Vandalay Silva fucking nose doctor, the Canelo horse meat, all the whatever, and all the fucking legends of MMA. This is like the one last ride fucking tour and shit like that. And if anybody fucking falls off, just bury their ass in the canyon like 1,000 other motherfuckers throughout the history.
Hey, leave them behind like when Francis Ngannou was crossing the desert.
Yeah, no.
He said, if anybody fell out, they gone.
Yeah.
They're not waiting. They're not stopping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, God. This is... Oh, book it. Somebody book this.
That's crazy.
I feel like it needs to be a co-promoted show with, like, Jake Paul, Don King, decrepit-ass Don King, and fucking Oscar De La Hoya coked up in a dress. Oh, man.
That's as grimy as it gets.
I'm just saying, yo.
That's as grimy as it gets. Don't get no more grimy.
I'm just saying, And
that's what's up.
And everybody, if you're a fucking boxer or MMA fighter, whatever the fuck, you get your ass on that goddamn card. That's all I'm saying. Because that fucking payday, that's what's up. Fucking put Tyson's ass in there. Tyson, let's get crazy. Tyson versus Fedor. Let's do that.
Nah, forget that. Hey, Tyson versus what's that dude's name? Sapp. Bob Sapp. Tyson versus Bob Sapp.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. God.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Tyson versus Bob Sapp. Come on, man.
Book it, Voodoo. That's it.
Let's do it.
Bob Sapp and Prime.
Right? Imagine that one.
With the James Brown.
They got a history too. They were supposed to fight some 10 years ago or something like that.
Oh, wow.
They were supposed to fight.
Bob Fisher says I was at shout out to Bob Fisher, photographer extraordinaire. I was at Bob Sapp's appearance last week.
That's what's up.
Because Bob Fisher.
Hey, is he still massive? Is he still as massive as he was?
I hope so.
Bob Fisher, is he still as massive as he was?
I hope
or
so.
Or has he shrunken down a bit? That's what I would like to know.
I want him to be,
because that was a big dude, man.
Yeah. Oh,
that was a big dude.
Whoa! Holy shit! Wow! Do you see this? Sap walked in on Buka. You know the fucking Thai legend? Sap
Black
just
Cow?
walked in. Yeah,
He walked in on him?
yeah. Frightening fucking size, Fisher says.
What? That's crazy. He's still
Ah,
giant size.
yes. Fucking Bob Sapp and Tyson. That's what I wanted.
That would be
Whoa.
a nice match.
I've done
I'll pay for that.
two events with him lately, so that's
Oh,
it.
that's what's up. That's
Fuck
what's
it.
up.
Shit, let's do that at Liverpool. Like, let's fucking tie rules. Let's do some shit. Ooh. Oh, hell yes, please. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
Bob.
yeah. Let me see. Let me see Bob Sapp.
Yeah, 100%.
Bob Sapp is
Yes,
awesome.
yes, yes. Oh, but I guess what is awesome is the UFC on ABC 3,
That's
right?
right. UFC on ABC. Let's get
I,
it.
I mean, fuck. Did you ever think back when UFC was on Fuel, then Spike, or
Hmm.
I was Spike first, then Fuel, then
Hmm.
Fox Sports. They got all of the different, like, couldn't even get on pay per view.
Hmm.
Did you think that in 92, 93, that they would be on mainland fucking ABC network? Like the same shit that gave you fucking Full House and Family Matters and Step by Step and fucking America's Home Videos and America's Funniest People and now is home to American Idol. That
Yeah.
shit will have UFC on a Saturday night. What the fuck is up right here?
Hey, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. When COVID hit, some people made millions and billions. Some people lost their business. The UFC was one of those that made millions and billions. And this is the ripple effect from that collaboration during COVID season. They really grew and expanded, and now you see them on ESPN Plus, ESPN. I meant to say, from Feel. Now we're on the main stage, the main sports broadcasting network. Now this is where we're at, and it, ABC. Why not? At some point, I knew it was going to get to this point, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't believe it until I saw it. You know, I knew it was coming, but I had to see it. Now I've seen it, and then I feel fulfilled. You know, I feel fulfilled. I'm happy to see it grow the way it's growing. I'm happy for all these people that put it together. I'm happy to see what they've grown become a tree. You know, that small plant is becoming a tree right before our eyes, and I'm just very happy to be experiencing all this. You know.
Yeah, no, 100%. And right quick before my comments, Bob Fisher says Bukov just signed for BKFC fight.
Ooh,
Holy shit. One of the greatest sci fighters. And again, BKFC, if
interesting.
nothing else, is known for the amount of cuts that happen in the fighters. Holy shit. Ah,
Hey, that's gonna be a tough fight for Buakaw. You know, because he's
oh.
when he's at his best, when he's in flow state, he's throwing elbows and he's throwing knees and he's chopping. You know what I'm saying? This is when he's at his best. He's trained his body to be flawless in expression. Now, yes, he's always done rope fighting, right? Which is very similar to bare knuckle. He's done rope fighting, but now when you cross over, now you can't throw elbows and you can't throw knees, which are key factors in hidden flow state, right? So now the question is, now that you've reduced your ability to access flow state by 2/3, now you got a third left. Will you be able to maximize and still hit flow state? with just a third of what you normally have? This is the question Borka is going to have to answer. I'm not all the way sold yet. I need to know who he's facing. Once I know who that person is, then I'll be able to feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. No, 100%. That's just like who is it? Paulie Malignaggi, right? Paulie Malignaggi
Right, right,
did the bare
right,
knuckle, and
right.
because he's a world champion boxer, and
Mm-hmm,
an ardent commentator, right? They're
mm-hmm,
like, he's
hmm.
gonna fucking take out Artem Lobov, right? And
No, didn't happen.
nope.
Mm-mm,
Artem Lobov actually looks like a fucking world beater, in that fight, and we
mm-hmm.
knew, you know, and yes, and it's happening September in Thailand.
That's what's up.
Buka won't be able to kick, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, I will
He
be
won't be able to elbow either, and he loves doing those things.
Mhm. So I'm going to. You're on solo screen. I'm gonna pull
That's
up
what's up.
Messenger.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump into that first fight. The first fight we got Jessica Panay versus Emily Ducote. 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 I don't know. Panay 14-5, and we have Emily 11-6. Uh, Emily is coming from Invicta, and yeah, she's on a winning streak. She's doing pretty rather well. She's doing rather well. Everything's 3-5 winning streak, but she's just stepping into the big leagues. Shock and awe will be a factor, I truly believe. She's going to be going in there against a true veteran of the sport, Jessica Panay. I'm going for Jessica to win this one in the third round by strangulation. Rear naked
Real?
choke.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I I actually think it's gonna go with the young gun.
Okay.
God, I don't want to sound overly critical of Penne, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Penne is one where she struggled with people of her generation, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And elite is subjective, and especially for me, who somebody who hasn't trained to an extent of a world champion in anything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to like whatever, but
Yeah.
she has had trouble with, you know, the. Let's just look at her record, right? Because we're not looking at. I mean, is think about the metrics. Is Jessica Penne in a UFC video game? Maybe.
I don't know.
Even if she was, like, who out
It
there?
should be easier for the females to get in than the males because the
Yeah,
males outnumber the females by
okay,
quite a lot.
okay,
So
but
probably a good chance she's in there.
so okay.
I don't know.
The thing about it is, obviously, she was it the Ultimate Fighter, right? That's how a
Mhm.
lot of people found out about her, right?
Right.
Whoa, holy shit! Talk about like a wrestling MMA reference. Jessica Penne actually beat Sumi Siaki, who now is the head trainer for Ring of Honor, like, yeah, women's wrestling, right? And Japanese pro
Yeah.
wrestling, great,
Yeah.
right? So,
Puro
but
wrestle.
yeah, Purosu, right there you go. Uh, you love the pronunciation, but yeah, I mean, she has a win over Sumi Siaki that happened in '07. You know,
Hmm.
Penne began her career in '06, right? In the hook and shoot promotion. You gotta love hook and shoot, man.
Right.
You don't know what the fuck that's about? Go ahead and check that out on the YouTube, man. Great times, right? Fought on Fight Club OC with Roy Engelbright, right? Bellator 5, Bellator 25 back in 2010, and she faced Zoila Fausto, um, but lost via unanimous decision, right? And then you go Michelle Watterson back in Invicta, lost via armbar. Nick Dolly Rivera Kalnock, that's the good sister there, but she lost. She beat Nick Dolly by rear naked choke, right? And then she gets on the UFC Ultimate Fighter season 20. She has wins over Lisa Ellis and Aisling Daly. Wow, that's a name from back in the day,
Right.
Aisling Daly,
Right.
right? The Scottish Aisling Daly, right? But then loses to the eventual winner and inaugural UFC strawweight champion Carla Cookie Monster Esparza. Then
Mhm.
on the finale, she beats Ronda Marcos via split decision, but then goes on a three-fight losing streak. Those being, I mean, that's not too bad, right? Johnny Jonjędrzejczyk, former strawweight champion, another former strawweight champion, Jessica Andrade, right? And then Dynamite Danielle Taylor. Oh, she lost via unanimous decision. And she had been out for 3 years, right? 4 years actually, from Danielle Taylor at UFC Fight Night 108. That was in April of 2017, and she doesn't come
Mhm.
back until April 2021, and she beats none other than former LFA inaugural strawweight champion. Well, not she's not the inaugural, but the second ever LFA strawweight champion, Lupita Godinez, right? And then Carolina Kovalevich via armbar. So
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's
Right. Right.
Penne has looked the best she's looked in her career with those two wins, right?
Mhm.
Showing that she can kind of kill hype trains, right? Not to say
Right.
that
Right. Right.
Carolina and Lupita Godinez, right, are hype trains, but I mean, she's the killer
She
of the
gets the
legend,
job done.
right? She's the killer of the legend killers, right? Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, and here we go with Emily here, right? Um, So yeah, I mean Jessica Penne has a very good chance of winning this fight. I'm now looking at her record a little bit more succinctly. That's it. But is Jessica Penne good? I mean, here we live in a world where Carla Esparza is the champ again, right?
Mhm.
Well, she already lost to Carla before.
Mhm.
What about Jessica Penne now? And she would have to have more than a couple wins, right? And
Mhm.
Emily, nothing to disrespect her, but Emily is coming in from another organization, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's not good. I mean, not unless you're like Michael Chandler, right? A
Yep.
former champion of the closest rival promotion, right? One of the cornerstones of that said promotion, right? Emily isn't that, right? So, a win over her wouldn't propel Jessica Penne into a rematch with Carlos Esparza for the UFC strawweight title. I don't think that's that. So I don't know.
Hey, hey, she
It's
wouldn't mind that. She wouldn't mind that fight.
no 100%.
She wouldn't mind a Jessica Bonet title defense.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, right now, she's trying to enjoy that belt for as long as possible because she knows that Chinese girl is not playing. She is not playing. John Whaley is not playing. She's coming for keeps. It's going to be a tough fight for Carla Esparza. I don't know if she finishes that match. I truly believe it. I don't believe Carla will make it out of the fourth round. That's what I see coming. This is youth versus experience and wisdom. But these new kids are different. They're different. The type of machine that they train with, the recovery methods. You know what I'm saying? All these this cold therapy and all this stuff.
CBD
All
plunge,
all the CBD. You know what I'm
isolation,
saying? They're becoming
cupping,
super machines.
stem cells, like right.
Yeah, they're becoming super machines. And with the youth, it's almost like even though you're so good, these young folks have the upper hand. You know, and I don't see what Carla's bringing to the table, striking wise, that's going to do any damage to Wei Li. She's too powerful. You saw what she did to Joanna and Jacek? She ragdolled her like she just, and then that back fist. Terrifying. She's terrifying. She's putting in that kind of work right now. All she does is train. All she does is train. Every time you see her, train. Train, 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 train. Zhong Wei Li, training. Where's she at right now? Training. I guarantee you she's training right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just the kind of person she is. And then now she's got the title shot against Carla Esparza, who just got married, who's got a life, who's got a house, a car note, and all that. Whaley ain't got none of that. She just trains. So you have a savage mentality against a suburban mentality. You know what I'm saying? You got the barbarians storming at your door, coming after you, and you're all civilized. They're ready to do whatever it takes. That's why the barbarians were so successful when they always stormed. They came seeking. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it's not impossible for Carla Esparza to win. You know, wisdom could prevail, but I just don't think it's going to happen. What
You
about
say
you?
that, you say that, but you also pick Penny to win this one. So
Yeah, yeah. This
that
is different. This is different.
okay, all
You
right.
want
That's it.
now? I would tell you. I would tell you to look at all the women that we just talked about. What Jessica Panay, the girl she's fighting, Carla Esparza, and Zhong Wei Li. Those four women. Which one of them trains harder? When you
Whaley,
look at their social media, which one of them
Whaley,
trains harder?
Whaley, Whaley,
Exactly.
Whaley,
Which one of them is strongest?
Whaley. I mean,
Which one of them
it's,
got the most knockout power?
yeah,
It's way Lee down the line. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
This
yeah.
is where I'm coming from. This is
Right.
what I'm looking at compared to these other girls, right? So, but when you look at Panay, she's got a very, 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 very good jujitsu game. A very good jujitsu game. I think her striking is decent enough for her to close the distance and pick on this little kid. I really believe so. I think she's going to win by submission. She's going to take the back and she's going to submit her. Granted, she doesn't get knocked out in the first round or the second. If she
Yeah,
makes it into the third, she will get the submission victory.
yeah. Oh, I almost say the young gun for a unanimous decision, but you make a compelling argument.
It's a very good probability.
Yeah,
Her record is the reason why you're saying so, and it
right.
makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. She is on a 3-fight winning streak. She wins this one, that's four. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very good pick. It's worthy of a 50-50 pick.
Yeah,
Most definitely. I
yeah.
totally agree with that.
So I got a gem from the good brother Bob Fisher, all the way out in Thailand. Yeah, Buka won't be able to kick, just boxing. And
Yeah, that
yes,
sucks.
McBack, I'm struggling with these tips for the winner. Yes, McBack, thank you. Right, and you got a booger in your nose, sir. There we go. Why not? Since you're and go with the voodoo tips, 100%. And let's have a what women want. You know, the Mel Gibson movie with the daughter from that one tennis show on the ABC. Weird enough, I think it was called Phenomenon or some shit
Watch
like that.
along.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. And risk monetization of this fucking channel, man. Um, yeah, but Bob Fisher got some gems, and shout out to Bob Fisher and his pupil pics on all the social medias. Because there you go, got Buka with a fucking 50-year-old with abs, 6'8" motherfucking Bob Sapp.
Damn. Look at Bob Sapp, bro.
God, I want Bob Sapp to
Damn.
fit. I
He's
want
still jacked.
I want Bob Sapp to fight fucking everyone. I want him to fight fucking Lesnar. I want him to fight Overeem. I want him to fight fucking Mighty Mouse. Let's get fucking crazy with it. Let's have Fedor. Let's.
You
I
think
mean,
Brock Lesnar will get in there against them?
Brock Lesnar wouldn't even fucking get in there with Bobby
That will
Lashley.
sell billions.
Okay, yes,
A match like that will sell billions.
I agree, but also Brock didn't even want none of Bobby Lashley in the fucking in
Hey,
WWE. Not even
Bobby
fucking
Lashley's
Bellator.
young, bro. He's young
What the
compared
fuck are
to
you
Brock
talking about?
Lesnar.
Bullshit. They're the same age. I will. I think they're like within 2 years. They're. Oh, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Let's see. Let's do the Wikipedia. Jesus Christ. Um, Brock Lesnar is okay. Do you want to under of what age Brock Lesnar is?
Brock is 46 or something like that.
Okay, so let's just make sure. Let's make sure. He was born 77. That would make
Okay,
him
it's 45.
okay. 45
Okay.
versus one Bobby Lashley, and let's get Bobby Lashley's age in here. I want to
Bobby's
say
born in like 82 or something like that.
bullshit. Late 70s. 45. They were born the
Oh,
same
shit.
July 16th, 1976 for Lashley. And
He's 2 months younger.
yeah, no, they're 4 days apart.
What? They're the
Brock-
same age.
Brock, July 12th, 1977. Oh, wait, no. Lashley's older. July 16th, 1976.
76. He's older. Oh.
Wait, that doesn't make
So-
sense. Wait,
Yeah, he's older. 76, 77.
But July 6th. Oh, tomorrow's Bobby Lashley. Yeah, so he'll be 46 tomorrow. Tomorrow is holy shit. You know Bobby Lashley isn't his real fucking
He's
name?
46 right now. So this is tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Wait. Wait, is it the 15th or the 16th? Mick Mac.
Today's date.
What birthday?
What's today's date? Oh,
It's the
he's got
15th.
Australia time though, right?
Yeah.
He's probably
So-
like,
Yeah. So tomorrow will
what's
be
my phone?
tomorrow will be July. Today is 15th.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
today's 15.
Saturday is. Come on, we're reviewing a fucking card for Saturday. So Saturday is the 16th. Saturday is the 16th. So yeah. So happy pre-birthday to Bobby Lashley. And Bobby
What's
Lashley shares the same birthday as Mick Mac, which is fucking every day apparently. But in any event, do you know what Bobby Lashley's fucking birth name is?
What? What is it?
Franklin Roberto Lashley.
Really?
That big ass
Franklin.
fucking
Franklin?
evolved
Get
looking-
inside, Franklin.
Yeah.
Get on over here, Franklin. Franklin?
That's exactly what happened in my head. Yeah. Yes. And yes, sir. And 2 weeks ago, fucking Bob Sapp called out Tyson.
Oh, let's go.
And
What'd he
it's
say?
tomorrow.
What did Tyson say?
I want every. Jesus Christ.
He don't want none of that, man. Tyson
let's-
don't want that. Did you see how big that dude is, man?
It don't matter.
See how big that guy is?
It don't
I
matter.
don't think he wanted. You know what? Tyson got some quick hands. He still has quick
So,
hands.
You know about you've seen fucking what's his name? Bob Sapp's fucking fights, right?
He's taking so many dives, though, man.
That's
Will
what
this
I'm
one
saying.
be real? Will this one be real if they were to fight? Would it be for real? For real? It'll be
Yeah.
disappointing if he takes a dive, man. I would hate
It's-
to see that.
It's so real. Really real. I don't know what's in my eye. It's fucking real as fuck. Yeah. No.
I'd rather
guess
they
that-
not do it. I'd rather they not do it than
Are you
It'd be a
asking
big
me?
fight.
Yeah, Bob Fisher. Weigh in on this. Wait, let's. Wait, I can't say. Ah,
Oh. Hey, he said,
ah.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Is that Czech real? And he
Mm.
ain't talking about Czech Congo. He ain't talking
Mm.
about fucking Miko Krokop from the Czech Republic. No,
Uh-oh.
no. Yeah, so I like it. Oh, oh. Can you actually see that then? I don't want to get you eat. And I'm just saying, like, fuck. Okay. So, I mean, Bob Fisher with the scoops. Thank you. The scoops and the picks, man. Fucking Bob Fisher's the man. And he's a talented fucking
Hey, I got
musician,
Bob
too.
Sapp.
No. I got Mike Tyson.
Hey, what if Bob Sapp blows a gasket and starts fighting him for real and kills him in the ring?
Wait,
Wouldn't that be crazy?
okay. You're rocking a BJ Muda fucking sweatshirt. You're a purveyor of the great Brian Peterson and Peterson Grappling. And you're saying that fucking Bob Sapp will beat fucking Tyson? Do you remember?
Hey, he just has to slug him one time, one good time. Boom. See how big that dude is, man? He's still massive, even right now. He's still. Is Tyson going to be disciplined? See, we want to
It's
remember Tyson in his old glory. He is not the
wait,
same man anymore. He is not as vicious. He is still good. Don't get me wrong. He's still good. I saw what he did with Roy Jones Jr. But this is no little man he's fighting. This is a massive individual. Massive individual. Does he still have the power to penetrate into the rib cage of this massive individual? That dude is still on all the supplements. You see how massive he is? He still got an 8 pack. That dude is massive and he still got an 8 pack. I don't know if Tyson can handle that. I would have to see it to believe it.
serious. Think of what we know. Think of what we know, right? We got fucking what's his face? Lesnar against Mark Hunt, right? Looking
Right.
like fucking Goro, right? That's how good it can get for Bob Sapp, right? Being on all the fucking testosterone, right? Like getting a fucking eating steaks out of a fucking myostatin in the everyday fucking cow. Like that's you know. Um, so this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, you remember when Conor McGregor released the footage of him sparring with Mountain from Game of Thrones,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
and
that.
Mountain fucking gassed out?
Right, right, right.
Okay, just saying. Like we
Hey,
know we
he has since improved tremendously. Now he's an
who
accomplished boxer. The Mountain.
oh Mountain, yeah, but
He's
he had
lost
to fight
like 200 pounds or something like that. He's still massive
exactly,
though.
exactly, right. So for fucking like, what is Bob Sapp other than being big as shit? What is his discipline?
He's lost muscle too though.
No,
He's
no,
not
but
as massive as he
okay,
used to be.
but
That means he'll be more efficient.
what is Bob Sapp's discipline? What is his bread and butter? That nothing.
Uh,
If everything else goes, what the fuck is his discipline? His
his
mixed
uh
his
his
martial arts
character. Yeah, does he have a martial arts discipline? He's just clubs, right? He's a clubber.
fucking fucking Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, who's trained and fucking programmed by fucking late great Customato,
Okay, I tell
right?
you what. I tell you what. Let's see him sign that contract, and then we'll proceed. If he
Who?
doesn't sign a contract, there is
Tyson?
nothing to worry about. I don't think he's gonna sign that contract.
I'm
He'll
a
want
create
that
that.
smoke.
I'm a
Tyson don't
create.
want that smoke. Mike, hey Mike, you don't want that smoke, Mike. You don't want that smoke.
You know what I'm
Otherwise,
gonna
you'll
do?
sign the contract. I don't think you want that smoke. I just
You
don't
know,
think so.
I'm gonna fucking
The
create that shit.
Japanese will pay for this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fuck yeah,
saying?
they will.
They would
They
love to pay for this.
you
The Arabs will pay for
you,
this.
you
You can do it anywhere.
Ooh.
You can do it anywhere. Japan will pay for it. Abu Dhabi will pay for it. Saudi Arabia will pay for it. Hey man, the money makers will pay for this fight. Tyson, you want some of this? Come
Yeah.
get some of this. I don't think he's gonna do it though.
Okay. And Bob Fisher says we're cracking him up. I love it. And it's kickboxing. And Bob Sapp was a K1 guy. No, you could be a K1 guy, but I mean,
I never
do
saw any kickboxing out of that guy.
oh no, he
It
did.
was just clubber, swinger, a killer, breaker. He was just throwing mountains and kitchen sinks. I never saw anything swift about him.
I mean, he did check one leg kick once.
Yeah, right? It
I
was
think
just clubber, 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 clubber.
yeah, exactly. So I miss, and Brock had a false positive test. No, 100%. But I'm all like, fuck, we're not doing tests. You saw to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what we're doing. That and yes, and Tyson has a choice of a million challengers,
How many of them? How many
and
of them will sell ticket like Bob Sapp would? Because can potentially sell. I think the fight with Bob Sapp can potentially sell a lot of ticket just by aesthetics alone. When you look at Bob Sapp, your average Joe, they all know who Mike Tyson is, but then they might not know who this Bob Sapp is. But they look at him, they see this massive individual who happens to have a six pack. There's something about that they'll pique their curiosity. And from that piquing of curiosity, that $70 they just dropped on the pay per view. And guess what? It's a massive success. It's gonna be a $4 billion sale type thing. And then there you go.
okay. I mean, all right. Let's look at because you have to sell it, right?
Right.
You have to sell it, right? So
They're both great on the mic.
Bob Sapp is great on the mic.
Hey, he doesn't have to be perfect. He just got to say a couple of words here and a word there. Does that laugh that he does? It's all good, bro. It's all good. The hood will pay for it, bro. Even the hood will pay for this fight. You know what I'm saying? The hood will
You're
pay
not
for this
wrong
fight.
though.
And you know it too.
You're not wrong. I'm picturing it in my head.
Everybody will pay for this fight, bro.
Dude, book it. Somebody fucking book this fight. But I want a fucking gauntlet, dude. Fuck, like no,
Oh,
we're getting fucking.
you don't want to
crazy.
do that to Mike. You don't want
No,
to.
no,
You don't want to.
bullshit.
Hey, you don't want to leave
No,
Mike in there
no,
that
no,
long with
no,
him.
no, no, no. Fuck this. No, we're getting fucking. No, like if we're gonna do fucking Bob Sapp and fucking and fucking Mike Tyson, we're not stopping there. We got fucking Gabby Garcia against
Oh yeah.
an American fucking gladiator fucking chick. We got fucking Fedor versus Mark Kerr and all the fucking TRT. We got Alistair
Yeah.
Overeem and fucking Crow Cop. Like,
Hey,
we're gonna
Alistair Overeem is gonna be fighting Badahari coming up. That's
Badahari's
gonna
ass,
be interesting.
Badahari's ass over here too. Like, let's
Let's
get them
go.
all. Let's go all the fucking heavyweight badasses of the last 20 years, and we all fucking gas them up. One last run. If we can fucking sanction fucking Tito Chuck 3, we can fucking do this shit. Like, we're gonna fucking do a gauntlet, like fucking old school fucking put Barnett and his catch wrestling ass in there, fucking warm ass. We're doing all everybody's here. Fucking Frank Mir and his fucking one fucking left arm fucking small and the other arm is.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Fucking, we're getting fucking Boz Rutan so he can palm strike the shit out of everyone. Like, we're gonna fucking Minoru Suzuki. We're gonna fucking have him fucking eat like the fucking Joey Chestnut and the damn Nathan's hot dog. We're fucking blowing this shit. This is gonna be the fucking card to fucking blow it all. And we're Lesnar on fucking TR. Like, we're everywhere. We're gonna get the fucking 245 Vanderlei Silva. Like, let's fucking do this shit and do this shit right. Like, everybody, fucking Don Fry, you know, like, dude, have Don Fry and fucking Bob Sapp fight because you can fucking do the fucking Takayama all
Nah,
over
they
again.
never fought Don
Okay.
Fry. Nah.
Oh, and it was a
They
Chinese
fight.
film. I don't think no, because it was Fry and Takayama, and
Right.
I mean Takayama is obviously
Puro wrestler. Puro
yeah.
wrestler.
Well, Takayama is not in a good way.
Puro wrestler.
He's paralyzed, and a
Oh,
lot of
really? What happened?
no, just all of them fucking shots, man. It takes a
Hmm.
toll. Fucking takes a toll, man. So,
I
um,
know he was a wrestler, so those bumps got to him. I'm sure it wasn't that fight with Bob Fryer, Don Fryer, though, right?
that couldn't
It
have
got to be all the
helped.
bumps. He's taking a lot of bumps.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, what we know about Mitsuharu Musawa back in the ring, after taking up, for them, it's a fucking fairly routine bump of, getting dropped on the fucking neck,
Hmm.
whatever, and he just didn't get up. So,
Hey,
yeah.
the craziest one for me has been Hayabusa. Hayabusa.
Yeah, okay, so,
That's the
yes,
craziest one for me, man.
that's a crazy one, right? But
Because he has
Hayabusa,
so much potential, man. So
no,
much potential.
100%. But see, the thing with Hayabusa, that's a different deal because Hayabusa is trying to do the moonsault himself
Yeah.
versus Mitsuharu Musawa, who is fighting Bison Smith, which crazy enough, both of them have since passed away. But he took a fucking just a backdrop, just a fucking backdrop, and he didn't recover. You know,
Damn.
so Perro Aguayo, shit with Rey Mysterio, right? And
Yeah, 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 yeah. When he
so,
snapped his neck.
mhm.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy too.
So I mean, it's yeah. But again, if you're fucking doing this, like whatever, Dan Severn, like I want fucking Dan Severn versus Josh Barnett and fucking just grapple, fucking Phil Baroni, like
Yeah, that'd be some
we're just,
shit.
I'm just man, let's do that shit, dude. Tito Ortiz, fucking make heavyweight again. You did it for Bellator. Let's do it. Like fucking Rampage and your fucking cheeseburger eating ass. Like all of these fucking heavyweight greats and whatever, and that's when you determine who the fucking real goat is. You throw all like 10 or 15 in a fucking gauntlet and see who the fuck comes out alive. And that's what we're doing. I'm with it. I'm with it. Yeah,
Me
but
too.
yeah. So I guess second fight of this UFC ABC card is the 11-5 Dwight Grant against Dustin Solfus, who sports a 13-4 record. Let's look at Solfus first. Yep, my fucking go for it because my fucking computer went to shit.
Oh, uh, uh, I don't even want to spend much time on these two guys. I hope you don't mind. Uh, not much going on with Dustin. He's on a 3-5 losing streak. Dwight Grant. I was gonna say Dwight Howard. Dwight Grant needs improvement as well. That's just the bottom line there. These are the body snatch. I do like the name, but both of them 3-5 losing streak. It's like it's a 50-50 for me. Somebody's just gonna have to come out and have some heart. But if I was to flip a coin, I land on Dwight Grant, and it is what it is. You got Dustin. What do you think about that?
I am thinking about the fucking shit Bob Fisher just fucking sent me. This is the
What do you
wildest
say?
fucking. Oh god, this. What the fuck is happening here? What
Whoa, that's
is that? Guga?
he's holding them back.
Is
Hey,
that
that's Tony Jaa back there. That's Tony Jaa. That's
okay?
Tony Jaa. Remember Tony Jaa from what's the name of that movie?
Unbuck, right?
Wow, on Bach right there. That's on Bach right there. Look at that.
Is that Bob's hat?
Oh, they
Like,
got all the superstars out.
and is that like just cocaine on fucking Bob's?
That's Bob Sapp doing his job, man. He's acting. He's acting right here.
Wait, is that cocaine though? Around his lips. And Buddha's just like fucking riding him. Shout out to Bob Fisher for this gem. Holy
This is
shit.
cool.
My mind is blown. What the fuck is going on? I don't even know. I don't want to know what's going on. Fuck it. Buka fucking riding a fucking coke addicted Bob Sapp with fucking Ong Bak in the background. This is the greatest picture ever. Bob
Is that hay I see right there? Is that hay? That's hay, right? Am I tripping? Isn't that hay?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Is it in somebody's backyard?
Oh my god! This, I think. Oh man. Okay.
This is cool. Hey, they got Tony Jaa up in there, so it must be official.
I think Bob Sapp thought this host gentleman, Stan Natalia, was like a delicacy. I mean, Bob Sapp is from fucking Colorado. And they get down with the Rocky Mountain oysters. So Bob Sapp is trying to get his protein. At the same time, he's pissing. And then Buka's trying to ride his ass. Trying to get you get a fucking one of the greatest striker in all of Thailand history. And you got him trying to get Bob Sapp, a coked out Bob Sapp in a fucking rear naked choke while you got Ong Bak.
Look at Bob Sapp trying to sell that ticket. He's trying to sell that ticket, man. Look at that.
Oh, he's trying to snort that ticket. That's what's up, man. Bro.
Look at Bob Sapp. He's still massive. Look at his arm. Look at this picture.
Jesus Christ! I mean, I don't know how
he covers most of this picture.
Yeah, I don't know how you administered the steroids at that point. Like his ass has to be like just fucked. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. So no coke, right? Steroids are legal, but no coke. Coke is coke is where we draw the line. All right. Yeah. Yes, and that is Tony Jaa, right? No coke. Buka holding him back. Oof. What the fuck did the fucking announcer say that, And yes, the ring was hay bales. Shit.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and fucking Bangkok. I mean, there you go. No rules. And Bob Fisher was 3 feet away from this. This is great. Sapp's beard is white. Yes, in that other picture, I should have known, but just I don't know. My fucking, I wanted to
something like this.
Yeah. Okay. And it was the announcers, the one that Sapp attacked, right?
I see.
And what movie? Time Machine? Warlock? That could be the fucking cover graphic for any one of those movies. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Bob Fisher for these gems. Jesus Christ, this is incredible. Cool. Yeah, Dwight, Juwan Howard, and the other fucker. Something's gonna happen. Hopefully, somebody gets knocked out. If they don't, then nobody's gonna give a shit about this one way or another.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Dustin Jacoby, 17-5-1 against Dalton Jung of South Korea, who sports a 15-2-1 record. This is happening in the light heavyweight division. What say you?
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. He's got hands.
Yeah,
he's got very, very good boxing. Him and Dustin Jacoby. It's gonna be a good fight. I see Jacoby being the complete fighter here. He's going to initiate groundwork if he has to, but I think this kid's gonna be ready. I think Daun's moving up to 16th place. That's who I'm picking. Daun. I think Daun can stop him actually in the 3rd round.
Man, yeah, I'm going to South Korea too. Sorry, Dustin Stolfus. And Dustin Stolfus has one of those names like Richard Dreyfuss. That the letters don't really make sense when they go together. Stolfus, I don't understand, but yeah, it's I'm good with the Dalton Jung too, and ooh, Bob Fisher says to give us a little bit of context. He
Yeah.
says the announcer asks, "What would you do to Tyson?" And that's
Oh, I
when
see. He
Chad,
was gonna show the announcer. All
Jesus
right.
Christ, man, yeah,
I would
that's
like to see a real fight between those two, though.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna get this particular fighting organization. Jesus Christ, they were fighting in hillbillies. Like
Oh.
this looked like a fucking Alabama Saturday night. My goodness, without the meth. Uh,
Oh, that was Saturday night.
this is yeah,
Oh
man.
shit.
It's like you, you got to purge them out. No, they're fucking getting down. Look, check this out. You see that?
That's
It's
what's
on a
up.
yeah,
Look at that butterfly guard right there.
right for fucking Tie Fighters, dude. That's dope, man. Oh, and the promotion, yeah, 100%. And it's Ma's fight. Yeah, that's a
Mm,
fucking subscription that has earned my fucking subscription on
that's what's
YouTube
up.
for
Can I
sure.
find this on
Mas,
YouTube? Most definitely, yeah.
I'm sure somebody's got it, but obviously support the promotion in any way, right? But shit, yeah, I think that's gonna be a fucking wormhole that I'm gonna venture down this weekend. Mas fight,
Right.
shout out to Mas fight. That's some fucking crazy shit right there. Yeah. Oh, and just to give you context again, no Moss rules, 9-minute round, uh, and then it's either KO or
Bangkok.
no judging.
Okay.
That's that's kind of like fucking Pride rules, you know. And it's a
Right.
Chinese promotion.
Okay.
That's well, I mean, if you
Bangkok.
well, I mean, Bangkok is Thailand, but I mean, if you
Right.
got some Asian, I mean, Chinese specifically, money flowing through it, you know, just just saying. That's why all those fucking superstars are all there, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
I'm down
there
with
you go.
this.
Yeah, that's it. Boss fight. Yeah. So Dong Jun, that's a consensus pick. But we got Senor Perfecto, Bill Algeo, 15-6 against Herbert Burns, 11-3. Yeah, Herbert Burns, obviously, isn't he Gilbert Burns' brother, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Dohino's
Yep.
brother, Herbert. You know, uh, man, why couldn't one of them be Matt Burns? Oh shit, even better. Richard. Why can't Mama Burns name her baby Richard? Because you know what's short for Richard, right?
Uh-uh.
Dick. Dick Burns. Dick Burns.
uh,
Which I once had a life science teacher. Her and her name was Miss Nipple. Miss Nipple had a brother. Do you know what the brother's first name is?
little.
I wish. Eric.
Oh,
Eric.
okay. That's what's up.
Do you know what her name was?
What?
Sandra, aka Sandy Nipple.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I like it. I
Parents
like
are
it.
just cracking up to themselves, I guess.
Hey, I mean, one of the shows that I watch is a show called Breaking Points. The lady
Right.
who is on the show, his name is Crystal Ball.
Right, right, right.
So just saying, nice little fucking play on words. And I got Maz. It's KO or draw or death. Death.
Wow.
Haven't seen that in a while.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I like it.
super crazy. The ECW version.
Yeah.
But any thoughts on Herbert and Bill Algeo?
Herbert, I don't remember the last time I saw Herbert. Uh, I'm sure he's still a very good jujitsu artist, Mr. Blaze. Last time we saw him was in 2020. It's been a while. I'm going with Billy Algeo by split decision.
Mm, okay. Not even Herbert with the rear naked.
Nah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, but it's worth a 50-50 pick. I'm just
Nah,
picking Philly.
I don't think Algeo finishes him. I think it'll go split decision.
Yeah.
I feel.
Right?
I feel like split decision that works.
I feel like he's gonna be rusty coming
Yeah,
back after like
yeah,
so long.
yeah. But it's still that's a consensus pick. It's just
Mhm.
the only thing we differ is the way it goes down. You know.
That's what's up. I'm
Yeah.
okay with
So
that.
yeah. So moving up the card, we got none other than Ricky Simon, 19 and
Ooh,
3.
Simon Carnal.
Yes.
That's
Against the
what's up.
Welshman, the perfect Jack Shore at
Jack
sitting
Shore.
16-0. My goodness. This is for their rank and position in the UFC roster. Um, this is a perfect fight,
Yep.
right? They're both
Yep.
in the top 15, right?
Yep.
This is a nice little kind of eliminator to see who rightfully belongs in the top 10,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So in
Yep.
theory, one of these guys, based on their records and their performances, this could be 3 fights away from a title fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And a fellow like Jack Shore, you know, the following that he's got behind him, the skill set that he's got personally, that draws the attention that he's getting, that keeps him undefeated. The skill set is worthy of notice. And if he is to beat Simone, he most definitely will be noticed. He will be on the map because Simone is an established UFC fighter. So for Jack Shore to come from Europe and beat Mr. Simone, it will be significant. The push will commence from there, and you'll see a title run within the next 2 to 4 fights for him if he beats Simone.
Wow, that's uh, that's some pretty lofty expectations, man.
Right? If
I
he
see
if
it
he
too,
stays
though.
undefeated till 20, they'll definitely push him.
And no, fuck, who's the bantamweight champ?
Volkanovski.
No, no, Volk is 145. He's feather.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bantamweight is Aljo, Aljo, Aljamain. Yeah,
Ooh.
right.
Ooh, Jack Shore versus. Oh, that's fucking. That's a sexy fight right
That'll
there.
sell.
Jack Shore versus fucking Aljo.
They can do it in Europe, no problem.
Yeah. Fuck, that's good. And
You know
especially
what I'm
as
saying?
dominant as fucking Aljo was
Yep.
with God. He looks like Hasbullah. Damn it. What's his name? Petor Yan. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he looks like fucking Habib." I'm like, "Nah." He looks like when I saw that dude, I was like, I thought they just fucking like how they did
That's
the
good.
fucking what is it, those deep fakes and shit like that. I thought they just like I thought they put Petro Yan's face on one of like a little kid and shit like that.
It's that
And then
haircut. It's that Caesar cut.
no, it's the fucking chubby cheeks.
That too.
Like like honestly though, like if we're talking like evolution,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
maybe what is that like the Pokemon? You know how
Mhm.
I don't know shit about Pokemon, but I do know that some of those motherfuckers evolve, right? So
Right.
imagine, right? So you got Hasbula, right? Petor, and Brock Lesnar in terms of like baby face, motherfuckers that could potentially fuck you up. Like if like to coin
Babyface assassin.
yes, Josh Barnett's old moniker. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
all look like they just fucking took butterscotch discs out of the out of the fucking candy dish on the grandma's coffee table. All of them, but
Yeah.
just different
Yeah.
faces. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying, yeah. So yeah, there's that. right? So, man, I like that fight. So, but for that fight to happen, Jack Shore has to pull off a win.
Yep.
Do you feel he's going to best Ricky in this
Yeah,
particular
I think
outing?
so. I think so. He's the team. The team is the secret to his success. They know all of his weapons,
Yeah.
and when they call the fights, he responds very well to their instruction. It is this collaboration that's kept them undefeated. Uh, excuse me. I think it's going to play a major factor in this particular match. It's not that Simone isn't uh, having people that are very qualified on his side as well. I just believe Jack Shore's striking is going to be cleaner. I believe he'll be able to maintain his upright position and not go down to a takedown. And if he is taken down, I believe he'll be able to stand back up based on the tutelage of his corner. He'll be able to follow the instruction and get back up to his feet and continue to go to work using his hands and feet. This is why it's going to be a split decision victory.
Wow. Okay. Um, I actually I believe in Jack Shore just a tad bit. I'm going to go with unanimous decision.
Hmm.
Um, this yeah, and it's obviously with the unanimous decision, it's going to go all three rounds.
Hmm.
I think at this juncture in their careers, they will be their respective toughest fights that either has had in their respective careers.
Right.
But I think that, and again, this is nothing against Ricky at all, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because we've picked Ricky to win. But I just
Yes,
feel
yes, of
on
course.
what we've seen in Jack Shore. I mean, Jack Shore is putting up numbers like fucking Habib or
Hmm.
any of those Russian, Dagestani, you know, Mongolian, undefeated, like
Hmm.
crazy two-digit, numbers, right? Closing
Yeah.
in on 20, right? He's three fights away from 20 and up,
Yes.
theoretically, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the fact that he can put up those numbers and he's not a Russian wrestler or like Zabit, a Taekwondo or whatever. Jack Shore is
Right.
just fucking, he's done it. He's done the jiu-jitsu. He's done the everything that is needed to be as complete a martial artist, mixed martial artist that he is, versus being a specialist at one particular thing. So yeah, I just think that there's going to be instances where Jack Shore just etches out each round just a little bit more.
If he
And
doesn't get a knockout.
yeah, exactly, which he's been prone to do. And
Hmm.
some of the guys in his record are really tough, like you know stone chin, granite chin, whatever the fuck, and
Hmm.
it makes no fucking difference. Jack Shore puts hands on him, and they go night night. So
Yeah.
fucking night night for any opponent. So again, nothing against fucking Ricky, but uh, I'd say you say split, I say unanimous for Jack
No
Shore.
doubt. No doubt.
Mick Mac wants to know if I was pissed off that Xavier Woods or Xavier used my ring name. I actually don't mind it because thinking about like Tiger Woods, not really too much of a fan. That dude's too
Mm-hmm.
weird. And then I just hate, when he was in Impact with TNA, they call him Consequences Creed, and I'm
Hmm.
like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? So yeah, I'm just glad that he's not like they gave him the fucking Brodus Clay pterodactyl or funkadactyl gimmick, and didn't even
Hmm.
give a shit. So like,
Hmm.
I was just glad that they gave that guy something other than what they had given him previously because he's obviously talented. He was one of the first ones to fucking ramp up his Twitch streams and whatever and really start making money out of it.
Hmm.
And his up down down fucking show, like y'all need to be like more like fucking Xavier Woods. Do a multitude of different things and be proficient in such. So, yeah, man, not mad at all. Not mad at all. But you know what I'm not mad at? This next fight, and that is Punahele Soriano 8-2 against Dalcha Longjiambula. Did I get it?
Punahele.
Fuck!
Punahele Soriano.
I was going with Dalcha.
Okay.
Don't I?
Punahele.
Dalcha Longblowenbula.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The UFC is too high a level right now for Dolce. His skill set in that weight class, they're too long and too clean striking wise, and he gets into trouble there. Uh, his grappling is not there yet. You know what I'm saying? His grappling is not there yet. Um, I'm going with the other guy.
how does it get
But
done?
there is a chance he can land a massive knockout. Everyone has that opportunity, but I think Puna's striking is gonna be clean. His boxing is gonna be real nice. His takedown defense is gonna be ready, just in case. Because once you start to piece him up, you know what I'm saying, with them hands, then he might want to shoot. He might want to shoot for cover, and this is where Puna is gonna put hands on him and possibly stop him in the third round. I wouldn't be surprised.
I got second round. Second round
Okay.
KO for. I mean, Voodoo, like you're
Hmm?
on Tapology, right?
Yes.
Have uh, do that little drop down bar
Okay.
on their. Oh wait, I think you have to do it when you set up an account. I don't know if you've signed up an account, but you can make your picks, right?
Oh,
Actually,
really?
go down to the fucking bottom of the page.
Okay.
It says fight predictions, and check this out.
I
You
see.
see, you see it?
Yeah, I see that.
88% Puna LA wins. I think that's the biggest fucking odds. No,
Mm.
actually, yeah, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, it is the biggest.
Yeah, because it beat out Michelle Watterson and Amanda Lemos
Damn.
uh, by
They're
by two.
dissing the show.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like I say second round KO for Punahele.
Hmm. Yes, I see
Yeah,
that too. Yeah.
yeah. So going, we got none other than Lauren Murphy against former UFC bantamweight champion Misha Cupcake Tate.
I got
So
Mission Tate.
unanimous decision,
Yeah.
and I mean nothing against Lauren Murphy,
Nothing at all.
but
Nothing at all. I just think
yeah,
Mission Tate's cleaner.
yeah. Which I don't know if it's already been
It's
said,
gonna
but
be grappling. It's not gonna be like a stand
no,
up, bang
yeah,
'em,
100%.
clean striking. It's not
Al-
gonna. There's not gonna be
although
any of that.
although Misha Tate's hands
I know, I
are,
know,
are, are cleaner
but
than they've
but
ever been.
but this is a mother of two. She's not trying to go home and have black eyes and stuff like that if she doesn't
True.
have to. I think
Yeah.
she's gonna initiate a whole lot of grappling and try and beat her there. That's what I think. I'm sure these girls have trained together at some point. Lauren
Yeah.
Murphy and Michelle. I'm sure they've crossed
Oh,
paths
isn't
and
Lauren
they
Murphy
know.
on the season? Ronda
Say
versus
what?
Misha?
Oh, she was on it.
I want to. I mean, maybe I'm
I wouldn't
remembering
be
it wrong.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I know they've trained together at some point,
Yeah.
but I think Misha is going to be the more polished of the
Of
two.
course. I mean, she's a former
And
champion.
and she's being pushed right now for a possible fight with Valentina Shevchenko, and I want to see that. So I'm pushing
Sign
for
me
her to
the
win
fuck
too.
up. Sign me the
Yes,
fuck up.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
One
Absolutely.
last payday for
Yeah.
Misha Tate
Yeah.
and an
Why not?
opportunity to win
Uh,
another title.
yeah. At a different division. That's some dope history shit right there. So, shout out to Cupcake Take. But
Most
also,
definitely.
I mean, shout out to Lauren Murphy too. She's lucky.
Yeah.
Lauren Murphy. Yeah, I mean, she was on that fucking season. That's wild. That's so wild,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That you're
Comes full
facing the
circle.
fucking coach. You're
Hmm.
facing the fucking
Comes full
coach.
circle.
Wow, that's a fucking storyline like a motherfucker there. Yeah, so yeah, Lauren Murphy, again, she's fought for a title and she got thwarted, but I wouldn't be mad, that she gets another title shot, assuming she strings up like a couple wins, and Misha Tate, that's a fucking big win. So um, yeah, we'll see. But I know this is probably going to be one of my favorite fights of the night, 100%.
Yep.
Two world class fucking mixed martial artists just going at
Yep.
it. So I love
Yep.
it. So we got Shane Burgos, 14-3 against the 13-4-1 Charles Air Jourdain.
Hmm.
Um, what say you?
I got Shane Burgos. Charles Jourdain is good. He's very dynamic. He's up and coming. He may very well win this match, but I'm not sure if he's ready for the ferocity of
Yeah,
Shane Burgos. I think Shane Burgos will overwhelm him with pain. He's gonna
yeah,
baptize him in pain.
I
I
agree.
mean, Shane Burgos, he's coming from a loss to Edson Barboza, which was a right hook in the third round, and Josh Emmett. Those are serious bangers, man, serious bangers. And before that, we saw him lose to Calvin Cater. But outside of that, man, he puts major tips on people.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's a chain. He's a balling chain. He's a balling chain. That's what he is.
Hmm.
He's a wrecking ball.
And
Uh, yeah.
you said, uh, didn't you say Josh? Oh no, you said who'd you say? Did you say Darren Elkins or Josh Emmett?
Is a wrecking ball. Shane
No, that
Burgos.
that Shane fought.
Oh, Josh Emmett. Josh
Yeah,
Emmett.
Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett.
Literally, he looks like a
He's a
fucking creative fighter in UFC video game. That's a bad
he is
motherfucker.
right,
He looks
right.
like the fucking template A, and
Straight up.
this,
That should
and
be. Hey, he should
that's
change
that's
his name to that.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that'd be
that's
dope.
template A. I mean, we already have Factor X, fucking Mark Lanzoya. I'm not mad at it, but no, I mean, Emmett is more likely than not the fucking perfect mixed martial artist. Now, obviously,
Hmm.
he's gonna get better and improve his skills. So the fact that
Hmm.
Shane Burgos has been in there with him, fuck, man, fuck. This is good.
Yeah.
That's
And
yeah,
when you look at the level of competition that both of them has had, Shane Burgos has had the tougher road. You know what I'm saying? So I think that little edge there is going to be the reason why Shane Burgos remains at number 15 on the pound, not pound, but you know the
the
top
rankings.
15 or whatever list.
Yeah, agreed.
He could knock him out, but I don't think
Now
it's
Shane
gonna happen.
Shane yeah, Shane
It's gonna be a
Burgos,
decision.
an unanimous decision. That's what I
I,
got.
I, I also call my first candidate for fight of the night
Okay, I
or
like it.
performance of the night bonus.
I like it. I like it. Uh, yeah, so consensus pick, we got Shane Burgos. Uh, now we've got Sumdareji. Man,
Remember that guy?
yeah, the Tibetan Eagle. But the thing about it is, the last time they split the names, so it was a little bit easier on phonetics. Now it just looks like fucking, what is it, Soul Train and the fucking Scrabble board and shit like that. I don't even know. Is there a G? Is there a J at the end of this fucking thing? I don't know. And the t-shirts are too tight too, Billy. Uh, that's an old Lex Luger promo. But
Yeah,
geez, Malcolm Gordon, Andre Sukumath, losing to Louis Smolka.
yeah.
Um, man, you know the Chinese, you know, are are invading the UFC in a good way. And
Hmm.
Sumo Reggie is a good example of that. I got and then you've got 15-7 match now. Even though I guess the Chinese gentleman,
Hmm.
in terms of percentage, he just edges out Matt Schnell in terms of in cage experience, right? 16 and
Hmm.
4
Hmm.
to 15 and 7. Matt Schnell is more of a 50-50. He got a 50-50 record versus Sundareji. Um,
Yeah,
I'm going with the Chinese gentleman
I'm going with the Chinese fella as
decision.
well. You
I don't
know,
think it gets finished.
yeah, yeah. The Chinese
Yeah.
fella seems to be the right choice here, and it's just the case. Sundar Hurju, however you say
Yeah, murder was the case. But
it.
you know what is different than murder? Oh, this next fight, because
Oh
we got
shit!
Jing Liang Li against Muslim
Yes.
Salikov. This right here, I love because this you get the Chinese striker, right? You get two fucking countries that they fucking do everything in the damn power to make sure that their athletes that represent their fucking country is what up, right? So you got like fucking Ivan Drago and Muslim Salikov, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Right? Russia and wrestling, and grappling, that's a superpower. That is a fucking destination, right? But then you got Jinglian Li and an ardent striker. This is the prototypical striker versus grappler match. I don't
Hmm.
know what the fuck is gonna happen, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Jingli, actually, I'm sorry, Muslim Salikov the shit out of the Chinese Jets. So I'm going with Muslim Salikov, unanimous decision. It's not going to be pretty though. It's not
Hey,
going to be a fan
Muslim,
favorite
M-
fucking deal.
Muslim,
Yeah,
Muslim will have the striking advantage because he is dynamic in his output. Uh, the Chinese fella, uh, Jing Liang, he has good boxing and he has good kicking, but he's not as dynamic as Muslim. Muslim is moving up in on spots. He's moving to 16, and that's going to be that. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a a performance of the night type knockout on the Chinese fella. I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be a knockout match, and I think it's going to be Muslim landing the finishing blow.
yeah. I don't disagree with you there. So I got Muslim obviously for unanimous decision. Yeah. So we are at the co-main events of the evening. We have the 11-2-1 Amanda Lemos going against former Invicta 115. I almost said cherry weight. Fuck, that's not even
Yeah,
a weight. Is strawweight champion Michelle Watterson Gomez, which well better known as the Karate Hottie. Um, Man, Michelle Watterson. Well, I don't know what's up with the name change because she's always gone
hmm,
by Michelle Watterson. Obviously, married to her
she got
husband or
married or
whatever,
something.
but now she's been married though.
Oh,
She's been married.
she's almost
Like
retiring then.
she's got a daughter. Yeah, exactly. So,
You know what I mean? That's what they do
um,
when they're almost retired.
yeah. So I got Lemos, and Lemos unfortunately is gonna fucking piece up Karate Hottie on the way out, having her fucking needing a Vandalay it was surgeon for the plastic surgery because her face
Yeah.
is gonna get fucked up. You need Dana to call
No.
whoever the fuck he had for Ronda when she came back from Vegas. Came back to Vegas from getting her fucking head kicked in by Holly Holm. Like you need that motherfucker on speed dial because this shit ain't gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be
Uh,
hottie anything unless you're into that type of thing, like the bloodlust and shit like that. Nah, man, it's not gonna be pretty. I think fucking Lemos is gonna just beat the shit out of her, and it's not. Yeah, yeah. And even though Michelle Watterson, Lemos, not Lemos, what is her fucking name? Michelle Watterson Gomez.
Gomez.
Gomez. Yeah, I
Gomez.
just she, sh since she's been in the UFC.
Hmm.
Off the top of your head, what is your favorite karate hottie fucking match? Exactly.
She's been in a lot of exciting matches. I just can't
Eh,
pick one right now. She went
nah.
with Joanna Jędrzejczyk, right?
Yeah, but it's not like this.
She's had some very good fights,
Okay, very good fights versus being on the fucking opening sequence of any UFC piece of content, whether
and
it's the
she's
fucking
fought the best of the best in the
yeah,
game.
yeah. But
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I have a fucking complete and utter one sided ass kicking that Amanda Lemos is gonna fucking administer to Michelle Watterson, and Michelle is gonna fall into the same character that Cowboy Cerrone and who's the other one that got the fucking Jesus Christ, the name
The
escapes me.
the girl,
Yeah, the girl.
Jessica I.
Yeah, Jessica I, and she retired with Cowboy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think Michelle Watterson is gonna be right there with him. Right? Second straight week with the fucking retirement. I think
Mhm.
because what does Karate Hottie have left to prove?
And
Yes.
the
Oh, God.
thing, the thing, the thing that's significant here is she's coming down from flyweight to strawweight,
Right, exactly.
right?
125 to
So an
150.
additional 10 pounds will be deducted.
Yeah,
You know, when you average that in, she's at a disadvantage.
yeah.
Amanda Lemos has been here. She's
It's her
been
weight.
at this weight class. This is her weight class,
Hmm.
right? She's taken less damage. I'm sure she's younger. You know, her hands are devastating.
Yeah.
She's very fast. Actually, she's 35. They're about the
Oh,
same
wow.
age. Yeah,
Wow.
but it's that thing that we've discussed in the past. It's that thing in which where those who are born under certain circumstance and those who are born in a different circumstance tends to affect motivation and that desire to to get there or die trying. You know what I'm saying? That get rich or die trying stuff. But that same idea.
Yeah.
So I think Karate Hottie has enjoyed a whole lot of success in her tenure at the UFC. Uh, she, I think she should have made more money, but they just don't pay that well for people like her. Uh, Amanda, it seems to me to be more hungry. That's what I see. She would be more hungry. Her hands are heavier. But you never know, man. Michelle could land one of those head kicks and then wow, there you go. But I think Amanda's stronger, so I'm going with Amanda to win
Yeah.
by bludgeoning. I think she's gonna bleed. She's gonna leave, but she won't quit. Michelle Watterson never quits,
No.
so it'll go 15 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what's probably going to not be 15 minutes? The
Okay.
main event of the evening. We have El Pantera,
Yeah.
Yair Rodriguez versus former UFC title challenger and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, one Brian T. City Ortega.
Hmm.
Yair is 13-3. Brian Ortega 15-2. Very similar records. Striker versus grappler to its purest degree. What say you?
Well, this one's quite simple. Yair Rodriguez is gonna win this one, and it's gonna be
Really?
easy. Yeah, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. You watch and see. It's gonna be easy. After his last interaction with Max Holloway, you're gonna see. Trust me. Saturday's around the corner. You're gonna see. you're gonna notice an enhanced distance management. Combination striking is gonna be there. Uh, Lateral movement is gonna be very high because Ortega is looking forward to engaging in a grappling type atmosphere. But Rodriguez understands that he must stand up if he's going to knock this fella out. Be the first one to knock him out cold. Rodriguez is an assassin. He is a flow state rider. He enters freely in and out of free state. I mean flow state, not free state. Flow state. Uh, he's the one. He's the one. That number three position, that spot. He's the next go, the next test for Volkanovski. I believe Yair Rodriguez can perform exceptionally against Volkanovski. Uh, this is the fight that's really going to test Volkanovski. So far, everyone that Volkanovski has fought, they are not dynamic kickers. We can look down the line. They are not dynamic kickers. It is what it is. Uh, people are good boxers, but not dynamic kickers. Uh, um, Yair Rodriguez, on the other hand, he's gonna add that element, right? And he's got that danger factor about him. He pulls off techniques that are rare. He pulls them off rather often. So, do I see a Brian Ortega getting caught by something that knocks his block off that he didn't even see coming? The potential is high. The potential is very high. But I think Ortega has improved. He wants to win. So I see this going the distance, 25 minutes. But Yair Rodriguez, you know what, man? Do I see it going 25? I don't see it going 25. I'm sorry. I see a stoppage in the fourth round. Actually, this is the result of my analysis when I thought about it earlier. Yair Rodriguez stops him in the fourth round.
See, I'm on the other way.
Okay.
I think the jiu-jitsu prowess of Brian Ortega, it's fucking unreal, right? And
Hmm. Hmm.
you know to be under that, it's one thing to
Hmm.
see it as a spectator,
Hmm.
his fucking crafty submissions, but to actually
Hmm.
be in it and you see your fucking life slipping away, that's a
Hmm.
fucking scary ass feeling. What is El Pantera gonna do to thwart Yair Rodriguez's ground game? I mean,
He's
not
gonna wrestle him.
Rodriguez, Ortega, I should say.
He's gonna wrestle him. He's gonna shut his hips down, get back to his feet, and shut down all that jujitsu that he's trying to bring. That's what he's
Okay.
gonna do, and he's gonna commence the ass whooping. He's gonna lump him up. He's gonna cut him, elbows and knees, and all that good stuff. It's gonna be a highlight. It's gonna be a highlight. This fight is custom made for Yair Rodriguez to shine. Unfortunately, it's Brian Ortega that's getting mopped up.
I got faith in Ortega. But the thing
He's
about it,
definitely worthy of a pick. He's
yeah,
definitely
but
worthy of a
but
50-50 pick.
again, as long as Volk is reigning supreme, nobody
Hmm.
has a fucking rusty tit fucking savior. It's
Volkanovski, you gotta catch him slipping, and he doesn't
yeah,
slip much.
no,
Yair
he
Rodriguez is that guy.
yeah. But I got T City. I
That's cool.
I
Saturday's around the corner, my brother.
yeah. I feel like
He
third round.
okay, okay. I say fourth for Rodriguez.
Okay.
Yeah, I say
Yeah.
fourth.
Yeah. So
He's gonna have to lure him in first. He's gonna lure him in, get him comfortable, and then put his lights out.
okay, we'll see. I like it. I like it. No, and
Yeah,
Micmac says Adam Woods is the main event every Friday night. I
that's right.
appreciate that. I appreciate it. But that was a lot of WWE talk, but also the
Yeah.
UFC on ABC 3 preview show. and we might actually have some some cool news, a bonus episode. But Voodoo, do you want to let them know what's up?
Well, we don't know yet. So once
Okay,
we get it
so
done, hey, just look out for the what do you call that? The notification.
100%.
Look out for the notification. It's coming. It's coming
Yeah,
soon.
it's
Once
coming
we
like
finalize it, then we'll let it out and let you guys know what's up. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
But where you can look at the notifications, well, you can definitely through Voodoo a follow. Where can they find you, Voodoo?
Oh, definitely everywhere Voodoo Maximus. Uh, especially YouTube, Instagram, Facebook page. I do some Twitter or Twittering, but that's really where you're gonna find me.
Yep. And I'm According to Woods. You can find me on all of the places that Voodoo just said, but not as Voodoo Maximus because it could only be one. I'm According to Woods, and I'm replaceable from what I've been told. But
Hit that like button.
yeah, hit that like button. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well
That's
as
right.
the bodyslam.net social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch for them as well. Go ahead and read yourself some articles. It'll be good. But hopefully we'll see you guys Sunday with something special, something cool with more Voodoo in the Woods. Shout out to Mick Mack and his birthday. Shout out to Bob Fisher for fucking checking it out. And shout out to the good brother Dane Donovan. Everybody, good brothers all around. With those
Yeah,
fucking pictures, I will cherish forever. So shout out to
yeah.
Bob Fisher. But you guys are amazing. We got one last comment. It is yes. Remember, Flow Rider gets destroyed in a rap battle on WWE Raw by Bo Dallas. Yes, that did
Bo
happen.
Dallas.
But Flow Rider could also be Bob Sapp. I'm not saying that he is, but
He
I've
could
never
be
seen.
sandbagging.
Yeah, I've never seen those two in the same place at the same time. So I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up.
Coincidence? I think not. But we will see. Everybody have a great weekend. Watch fights. Watch whatever the fuck. And we'll see you hopefully here Sunday with some cool shit here at Voodoo in the Woods.